Hi.
Hello, we are here today with Fearless Fridays. I've got Terri Besworth with me today. She's the branch director in Coquitlam, BC for Happy Healthy Women, and she's been doing that for just over 3 years. We have created this Fearless Friday so that we can sort of build or show you all the amazing skill sets that the women have here that are involved in our community so far. And we want to just tell you a little bit about, give a glimpse into what we do.
Fabulous.
So welcome today.
Thank you. Penny, why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, I didn't. What did I do that? So I'm Penny DeJager with Happy Healthy Women in Calgary. We're a new chapter. We started in January. We've had almost five authentically connecting coffees, and they've gone really well. And so, yeah, I'm going to be interviewing Terri today, but she's going to probably do that for me or some of the
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
branch directors or leaders within our community. So, yeah, sorry about that, but that's me.
No, it's good. And it's such a great way to give you a little glimpse. If you haven't come to a Happy Healthy Women event, you get a little glimpse of seeing us as leaders of the type of feel in the community that of the members that that you can experience when you come to a meetup. So we would so love to see you out at our branches,
Yes.
Coquitlam or Calgary, or in any of the Happy Healthy Women branches.
Yes. And a reminder of where to get all that information is the hhwglobal.com.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
Yeah,
we'll put that into in the post when we post our email list to you. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you, Terri. I'm
Oh,
going to say I met Terri back in December, January,
yeah.
and lovely lady, lovely, lovely. I want to know more about you tonight. So I would love to know, describe to me what you do.
Well, isn't that a loaded question? What
It's
do you
huge.
do? Yeah, like, and that's something that we want in our entrepreneur meetups. We talk a lot about is, are you able to express yourself about what you do? And so where I've netted out is I really am in the business of building flourishing communities. And I do that in a couple of ways while being a branch director with Happy Healthy Women in Coquitlam is I love to coach and inspire and create a space for women to come together, to be inspired by other amazing, amazing women. And I create space there because we know that when you empower women, they go out and they make change in their communities. And to me, that's so important. The other area that I build flourishing communities is by with what I do with I have a business with Arbonne, and so what that means is that I'm independent and that I can sell products that are plant-based products that I sell to consumers in the area of skincare, makeup, nutrition, and body care. And I love that because if I can change one household at a time to safer, cleaner products, then I change a community by making everybody healthier and healthier for themselves, but also healthier for the planet.
I love that, Terri. That's awesome. So what are the most important parts of your work?
Oh, this is a good question. The most important parts of my work is I have to say when the little things, like when people take pride in when they have, especially in around Arbonne, when they buy a product that they know that means so much more to them about that this product and the money that it's going to is for a good purpose. But I love it when they say I had skincare issues and now I don't have skincare issues. Like that to me is like, oh, that's so good to hear, right? Because we all know the struggle of trying to find something that works for us. And so if I feel like I could help them in any way, that's as important. When somebody loses weight or feels just more energy because they've changed their diet, which you know and what you do in your world, right? And we're just a small part of it. We're kind of like a tool, I'd say. But from your coaching and what you know with nutrition is, if we can make people just feel like they have more energy, what can they do? They can go out and change their community.
That's right.
So it's such an impact. So I guess that motivates me and inspires me.
Yeah, it's like a full circle,
It is.
right? Exactly. So who would you say your preferred clients are?
Well, I'm looking into that, but I'd say if I had to look at my client base, is a lot of them are moms with kids that are older, not newborn babies, but which I've had some of them, but a lot of them have grown up and their kids are older and they're dealing with things like teenage acne or teenage nutrition, and they themselves are into their 40s and 50s. So I'm 51, and it's real, and we're trying to just age well, and so a lot of my women clients are in that age, but they're also thinking of their health and what they're putting into and onto their body. So they're really conscious about it, and they just want more out of their product.
Right. Awesome. So it sounds like we're leading into what you'd like to talk about tonight. And I want to ask you, like, what would be the main aspect of the work that you do that you really want to focus on for our talk here?
Well, I think the part that I'm just becoming more aware is just being conscious of where you spend your dollar.
Hmm.
Right. So the biggest test is like if I said, oh, let's look at your Visa and let's look at every single one of your transactions. Would you be like, oh, I'm so glad I spent my dollar with that company?
Right.
Right. Because I think nowadays companies have to be more. They just have to be more responsible. You can't just take your money and run anymore. Most of them have like some type of a foundation or give back program to their community. Most of them have like things that are involved with the planet. We can just expect more. So, and the part that you play as a consumer is when you give your dollar to a company, you go, great, keep doing what you're doing. And so if you disagree, like, I'm not going to say anything, but the company starts with an A and he's made a lot of money, is that like, it kills me now that if I can only get a product on that place, because what are you doing with all those bazillions and bazillions of dollars? Yes, you might be trying to get a plane to the space or something, say space for, but
Mhm.
what else are you doing? So it's just that just to people to be more aware is what I'd like to
Yeah.
share.
No, I love that. A conscious consumer. And there are so many ways that we're not aware, that, like, especially the products like Arbonne, and there's just more to it than skincare and nutrition.
Yeah,
There's so
like
much of a deeper purpose.
right. And so, people can sit there and go, well, this one products cost this much and this product costs this much. And you go, so why am I going to do that? Why? So first of all, it comes down to, I have to say your worth of what you believe, but also what is it that you stand for. So, for example, Arbonne has over 2,000 ingredients that will never be in Arbonne's products. Now we're up to
Wow.
2,000, and that's growing. That's
Huh.
even higher than some of the regulatory bodies' requirements. So we're even above that. And that list grows. And that what that means is that you can trust that this product's going to be safe for you and your family. So
Great.
right then and there, they're sourcing safer products, safer ingredients, but how they source. So sustainability. Right now, if you've heard of anything like palm oil,
Yeah.
it's been over harvested and over that there's no palm oil anymore. So if you don't work with sustainably harvest suppliers of your ingredients, then we're not helping the planet, but we're not helping for the ingredients that do good for people, right? So
Exactly.
that's one of the things to consider.
Yeah. So you're talking about things that you feel set Arbonne apart. So what
Right.
are some other things that set them apart, and why you really stand behind this company?
Yeah, well, if you, I'd like everybody to Google what's called a B Corp certification, because Arbonne's been around for 40 years, and in our 40th year, we just received the B Corp certification, and that level of certification means that we are providing purpose over profit. And to me, just means that they're looking at how do they impact the environment, like the environment for sure, how they impact their employees, but then how do they impact community and the clients and the people that shop through them. And
Mhm.
we're just held to higher standards. So we're so transparent that every single ingredient that's in an Arbonne product you can find, and it's 100% transparent. So there's no
Yeah.
hidden like other things that are in a product line that you would never know. We are fully transparent. And one of the things that also sets us apart is by 2030, we are going to have zero waste packaging.
Wow.
Zero waste packaging. So that means that any product that you pick up, 100% of that will go in your curbside recyclable bin,
Amazing.
and we'll actually look at reducing plastic. We just made the shift from glass jars from plastic in our skincare line. That
Yeah.
reduced 125,000 pounds of plastic per year.
That's amazing.
So just by moving to a glass jar. So
Yeah.
this now goes in your green recycling bin, and the lid, everything can be recycled, but that reduced new plastic into the world by 125 pounds of plastic, just with one
That's
skincare
amazing.
line.
Yeah.
So when a company kind of walks the walk and talks and
Mhm.
walks the walk, that saying, whatever that saying is, but when they actually do what they say they're going to do,
Mhm.
this is the impact of what it is to the planet.
That's amazing. I can just see how passionate you are about this. And, like, a big piece of what you do is education, right?
Yeah, I really can't help, my background's in marketing, in the pharmaceutical industry. And so what I love about what I do is I now get to change people's health and their lives, kind of, we'll call it downstream in fishing or upstream in fishing. Before people need to go to drug, they actually can change their health enough themselves
Right.
before, if and when they need to use drugs. So to me, I get the whole kind of circle of how things work.
Yeah.
But the real thing, Penny, that inspires me is that my kids, what is the state of the planet we're going
Yeah.
to be leaving for them if we don't change what we're doing now?
Yeah. I love that. I wish more people would think that way. Yeah.
Conscious
But that's what we're
consumerism.
that's here what we're to do.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
exactly it. So that's
Yeah.
my passion.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to tell us about what you do before we talk about maybe some upcoming events and things that you're doing?
No, I've touched on a lot of the things. I think the other part that, is I think that just to look at, there's lots of different ways to now develop and focus on a career. So
Okay.
Arbonne is a part of what we call now social marketing. You might have heard of MLMs in the past. Though this is becoming like the second largest growing industry in the world, and that being diversified and being an entrepreneur has really shifted so many opportunities for families, that it's just to look at doing business is just all we're doing. Instead of putting it at the bay on the shelf, we're just shipping it direct to you. That's the only difference between the two. And I
Yeah.
think I'd like you to people to consider that you are in control of the career that you want to have and the lifestyle and the life that you want to have for your family. So
Right.
always to consider looking at other options.
Right. And also like different multiple streams of income, right? There's
100%.
maybe not one way to put the money into the bank. So
Yes. And
and yeah.
that's what, and now I'd say in the next 10 to 15 years, everybody's learned right now with COVID that you can work at home
Yeah.
and you can be online. I'm 100% online now. So I actually don't leave my house. Well, I do leave my house, but do you know, like, you don't have to, the ways of working before, of going and getting that job for 25 years and leaving with a
Yeah.
watch, and what I
Mhm.
used to do in the pharmaceutical industry, it's just changed. And our kids' generation of having so many multiple streams is just smart.
It
You're
is.
not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah. I love that. So what are some of the events or workshops that you have coming up?
Oh, I have two. So my first one is called, I think it's about um, food, and this is up your alley too with what you do with your business, is just, I think people don't understand, like, what I could eat in my 20s and 30s is not what I can eat in my 50s. My body's changed, my body's tolerant and receptive. And so people just being present to how they feel when they eat food
Yeah.
is a big thing, right? You know this,
Yes. So
right?
you're talking more like intuitive eating or just discovering what foods better serve you and what
Yeah,
doesn't?
we talk about eliminating some things for 30 days,
Oh,
and actually taking away, and I'm not even going to say them here because people go, oh, I can't do that. But like removing coffee for 30 days. If you remove coffee for 30 days, then you reintroduced it into your body, you would be able to see how your body feels. I've actually been caffeine free 2 years plus now, 100% caffeine free, like
amazing.
coffee being caffeine,
Yeah.
like not other sources,
Mhm.
plant-based caffeine. But yeah, it just doesn't serve me. I got burned, and I wouldn't have noticed that before because I put sugar, and then I ate a scone, and then I ate all these other things, and you would never know what you eat. So
Yeah.
this whole talk is about empowering people, that's something they can do at home by eliminating things and then reintroducing and see how their body responds.
Yeah. Another big one is sugar.
Yeah,
Like it's a
well,
true addiction. I'm sure you'll talk
sugar
about that.
sugar and then going off sugar. So it's not nice. It's like going off a major narcotic, right? And so
Yeah.
it just is something that it's empowering people, that you don't have to feel that way after every time you eat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not normal to just say, well, I just know when I eat pizza, I'm going to feel like that.
Yeah.
Like you have control, you have power over what you're putting in your mouth and how you're fueling your body.
Right. And so
Yeah.
in my very simple, because I'm not a dietitian or as well trained as versed as you are, but I just present to people about the opportunity, about just being in discovery,
That's
about that they need to be present. And then I refer them off to you if they need more help with that.
no.
And
So
the other
that's
thing, my other talk is a mother-daughter talk
great.
about skincare.
Tell me. Oh,
Because, when little girls are starting to wash their face, my daughter's 10, so I'm already teaching her about skincare, is that sometimes hearing it from somebody else might go
yeah,
over a little bit better.
it does.
boy or girl, but I'm doing girls because I'm doing a mother-daughter event, but it's just, we're going to wash our faces together and we're going to learn about overuse and we're going to learn about, don't try all the products in your thing at one time, right? We're going to talk about and why we would use certain products. So just kind of a really education, fun mother-daughter event.
That sounds fun.
I
I
know.
don't know if my teenage son would like that because he does have some acne stuff going on and he is about to try an Arbonne product actually.
Oh, the Clear
Yeah,
Future line?
I think so. It's in a blue, a dark
Yeah.
blue and navy. Yeah. So getting him to try it and just stick with it for a while and see if
Well,
it
and
works.
lots of water, right? Lots of water.
Tons of water.
So that's the one thing about Arbonne is we never just talk, like someone says to me, Terry, let's talk makeup. And I'm like, let's talk water. And they're like, why are we talking water? But if your body's nice and hydrated, then your skin feels better, then you use less makeup because your
Yeah.
skin's clear, right? Like,
Yeah.
so we're all connected, mind, body, and Arbonne's products are all focused in that area.
Great. I know people have said this, but it truly is beauty from the inside out. Like,
100%.
yeah,
Yes,
for
that's
sure.
exactly right.
Yeah. That is awesome. So what is the best way for people to connect with you if they like what you're saying, they want to know more?
So you can find me on Facebook, obviously, under Terri Besworth. And then I also have a There's Another Way Facebook business page because I really believe there's another way to look at so many things.
Mhm.
And then my Instagram account is at There's Another Way One.
Okay.
So if
And
you
we'll
look,
post that along with
sure.
this
Yeah.
live for sure. So I think we'll wrap up. This
Yeah.
was great information for our Fearless Friday.
Yes.
This gives us a glimpse for sure of what Terry does. I'm going to probably be interviewed down the road.
Yeah, we're gonna flip and then you'll
Yeah,
get interviewed and we'll hear more about what you have to do.
sure. Yeah. And I want to encourage you to come out and check out our branches. Come to Authentically Connecting Coffees. There's at least 2 offered a month in each of our branches. I do a morning and a evening. I don't know if you do the same, Terry.
We do an entrepreneur one the first Friday of every month. So women
Yeah.
just know to block it out. And so the first Friday. And then we also do our regular Authentically Connecting Over Coffees the third Tuesday of every month. And then we have book
Right.
club. Book club.
Awesome. There's so many events to take part in.
So much.
So if anyone's watching and wants to check out it's www.hhwglobal.com and you can find Terry's events on there. You can find
Your
membership
events.
opportunities, my events on there, and opportunities to get more involved. I'm loving it. I'm only 2 months in. Anyway, I appreciate your time tonight, Terry.
Yeah, thanks so
Or
much.
today.
This is
What am
so
I
good.
saying?
We hope to see you all out at our events and come join and check out Happy Healthy Women.
Yes. Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye.